Coffee on, chaos managed. Let's talk about VA benefits for spouses.
And their dependents.
Yes.
So
what you might be missing out on?
Well, see, that's because a lot of people don't realize that it's not just the veteran that is taken into account with some of these benefits.
Well, no, it's not, because, I mean,
they have a family.
In for a penny. You're all in it together. And before we get into all of that,
disclaimer time.
Disclaimer time.
Oh, we should have like a bell or something we ring.
We do have a bell somewhere.
It's in the other room.
It's in the other room. It is.
The other studio.
But disclaimer, we are not professionals in any way. As far as any of this goes, we are veterans' wives that are paddling up this river with you.
Oh, yes, we're in the canoe.
We are. We're in the canoe.
Hasn't sunk yet.
We are not. Yeah, no, we keep paddling. We're getting
dodge an alligator or two.
We're getting places. Well, I guess that depends on what area of the country you're in.
Yeah, if you're in Silver Springs, one monkey might fall on you.
Oh, that would be kind of fun.
It could be.
Hippo coming from somewhere.
Okay. We're not counselors.
No, we're not. We're not doctors.
No, we're not psychologists,
lawyers.
Psychiatrists.
We're none of that
stuff. We don't even work for the VA itself.
No, we don't. We're just giving you the information that we're finding as we, like I said, paddle our way up that river with you.
Might save you a little bit of frustration trying to figure it all out on your own, because
and that's just it. At least
we've had each other.
Well, exactly, but at least to point you in a direction, because let's face it, when somebody serves in the military and they've got a family, the whole family is serving.
Well, yeah, exactly.
In some capacity.
Well, yeah, you do. You're all part of the package because, they're in it, so are you.
Yeah.
And so, but, a lot of the families, they don't even realize that there are benefits that are available that will trickle down into the family. If you've got, like minors in your household, even just spouse, that will affect your benefits.
Well, and some of these benefits can really make a difference financially, medically, and long term.
Right. And this is all going to tie into things that we've talked in previous videos having to do with your rating, because that's, you've got to hit certain markers for things to actually pay out for your family too.
So we're going to encourage you to go back, find the rest of the series.
Yeah, they're not hard to find.
And we found that the problem is that nobody's explaining these benefits to anybody.
We're going
to do our best to do that today with some of the information that we ourselves are finding out for self. Let's dive in.
Yeah, well, okay, this might sound like really a little bit of a dumb question, but but there is no dumb question.
No, there's not.
So, who qualifies as a spouse or a dependent?
Eligible family members, which might include the spouse.
Right. And the dependent children, meaning under 18 years of age.
Usually.
And sometimes it qualifies if they're in school beyond 18, like college.
That's true. And in some cases, dependent parents.
Right.
Which I was a little bit surprised to read that.
But I guess they look at it in the aspect that at some point it goes full circle.
Well, that's true.
End up being
you raise your kids
for
and then you raise your parents.
So, but it's important to note that your eligibility, there are things that it depends on.
Yeah.
I already mentioned the rating
is one.
Your service status, whether you are active, if you are in the reserve, or if you are post-service or retired,
disabled veteran. And then there's specific program requirements on top of that. And this is where we encourage you to go out on va.gov when you start hitting certain things that pertain to you and your family, because there really is a bunch of stuff out there.
There is.
That we're still wading through ourselves.
So, why is it important to be aware of things about spouses and dependents? Simple answer, because it can mean more money in your pocket every month.
That's true.
So
we're going to talk about dependency compensation, which is that monthly increase that she had just talked about.
Right. So, if a veteran has a disability rating of, say, 30% or higher, you may be able to receive additional monthly compensation for your dependents.
Yeah, now this would include the spouse, the children, and sometimes the dependent parents.
Right.
And this one, it's a case of, it's one of the most common benefits that's out there, but many families just didn't realize.
Yeah.
And they need to make sure that the dependents are actually listed. So if they're not part of any claim that you have already put in, you need to go out there and you need to make sure that you're being compensated.
Yeah. It's not something that, oops, I missed it the first go round and you're out of luck. No, you can go back. Well, it's not automatic. They're not going to look into it for you. If you didn't do it the first go round, you can put back in and say, hey, whoa, wait a minute.
Yes, there is a form that you can do to add a dependent or a spouse, whatever.
Yeah.
Some people just don't know. They just...
And they're not going to tell you.
They don't tell you anything. So we are.
Cat's out of the bag.
Let's talk about health care for the spouse, or CHAMP VA is what they call it.
Yeah, which CHAMP VA is a lovely little acronym.
They love their acronyms, don't they?
They do. It means Civilian Health and Medical Program of the Department of Veterans Affairs.
I wonder how long it took them to come up with that.
This is why they use everything that they make little acronyms out of it. And I swear, they probably sit there and think long and hard so they can make it actually make a word and not just a bunch of consonants.
Well, they probably come up with their little slogan
Scrabble.
thing, and then they move it around until they get whatever they want.
The Department of Scrabble for acronyms.
Ooh, I could work there. So what does CHAMP VA provide?
Mm-hmm.
It's healthcare coverage for spouses and dependents when the veteran is rated 100%.
100%.
Permanent and total.
Now, that doesn't mean that you're totally incapacitated, laying in a bed on, all kinds of equipment and can't get up and do anything. That goes back to the whole thing on how the VA calculates your ratings, and it's not normal math.
It's VA math.
Go find that video.
But also there's an or here, or if they're deceased due to a service-connected condition.
Right, but I think that's where that 100% ties into it. Does it not?
Well, I'm not exactly 100% sure on that because I didn't qualify for any of these benefits that I was reading about, and it was like, so we're not at 100% yet. So we don't have that, and thank the good Lord he's not deceased, so I don't have to ask about that at this point in time. Okay. But that's just something.
Yeah, there might be a little bit more to it than just the surface level that we're looking at.
Well, yeah. But it's just pointing in direction, so that you know that it's out there.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. So, this CHAMP VA thing, it works somewhat like traditional insurance would. Yeah. It's going to help you cover those doctor visits and, pharmaceutical things and some other medical issue coverages that are normally out there.
Yeah, and you just need to know that the CHAMP VA, it is different from VA healthcare for veterans. VA healthcare for veterans, CHAMP VA is for the families.
Right. Okay, this is going to be of importance to many people out there.
Could be a huge value for
education benefits, because let's face it, it is pricey when your kids are in school.
Let's throw out another acronym, DEA.
That's not the same DEA that I think it is it?
Oh, no, it is not. It's Dependent Educational Assistance.
Ah, there we go.
This is how things get so nutsed up. We have so many acronyms.
Crossover acronyms.
I know. It's just not right.
Match the acronym to the right department.
Ooh, that could be
We
fun.
have those kind of things when we were in school.
Oh, I think we did. So what does this provide?
This particular benefit provides like help with college and training programs that are out there. So it doesn't have to necessarily be you're going to, the state college or something. There's technical schools and vocational, that kind of thing. Yeah. And it's like a monthly payments for the education. Yeah. So that really it's a big benefit because I've got 2 in college at the moment, and that's not cheap.
Well, but we also have to realize that it has availability parameters. So
of course.
It's available when the veteran is permanently and totally disabled or
may have already passed on because of service-connected conditions.
Yeah, and that service connection, that's always the big sticking point.
It is.
It needs to fall into those parameters. But this can open doors for children and even spouses.
Yeah, to go back to school. Because let's face it, if you have, if you're married into the military and you're uprooting yourself all over the place, because let's face it, a lot of people go into the military at a young age. It's not easy as the spouse to pursue an education, especially if you are going to, nowadays it's far more easy than it was back when I was in college.
You can do so much more online now.
Whereas previously, back in the day, you were having to physically go to a building and sit in a classroom. You did not have online.
And how does a spouse do that if you're involved in, let's face it, they do pack up and move. Yeah. You've got to coordinate all of that because your vet is off doing his job. And so family and everything involved with household falls on you, which is why we say we're in this together.
Exactly.
When one is in the service, we serve as well.
Right.
Did you know that they have a home loan benefit?
I do.
So do I.
Because we used it. It's awesome.
But it's one of those benefits that a lot of people don't know about. And we found out about it as a young couple when we were renting and we had talked about buying a place.
Right.
And I started putting stuff away and packing things up in anticipation of eventually finding a house. And I ran across some of the VA paperwork that he had, and there was this booklet that was in there. It said VA home loan information, and I thought, what?
None of that information. None.
And I started digging in it, and it was like, hey, honey, do you know? And it was really great. So VA home loan benefits.
Yeah. They're great because
it's great.
It can in some situations it can extend to a surviving spouse as well.
Yes.
But this is going to help you with buying a home. That whole down payment thing,
refinancing.
Yeah, because
it can help with refinancing. And most interest rates come down.
Right. Yeah, because in most cases you do not have to pay for a down payment.
No.
And there's a lot of the other fees and things that are on normal documents when you're closing on a loan that are
not necessarily
they're not allowed to be there too. So, but there are sticking points with it as well, because if you use it, you have to make sure that you don't assign it. Like if you sell the house before the mortgage is paid, if you assign it as with that intact, you cannot reuse your benefit, I believe, until that's satisfied, I think is how it works. It's been a long time since I looked into it.
I have not looked that far deep into it because it's not a benefit that we're using at this time.
No, we're not using it at this time either. We paid ours off.
Yeah, and so did we. And it's very nice to know that as a surviving spouse, that may extend to you.
Right.
Should you ever
again, there's parameters attached to these things.
Yeah, always parameters, but that's okay.
Yeah.
Let's see how many boxes you can
But now you know the questions to start asking.
Well, exactly. Okay. On to survivor
we're
benefits.
Talking about these survivor benefits. So let's look at some of these wonderful little add-ons.
They have something called dependency and indemnity compensation.
It's
or
dick benefit.
I see.
Oh, yes.
Oh, my. And then, of course, there's burial benefits.
Right. And there are also survivor pensions that are available.
Exactly. And these are benefits that nobody wants to need.
No, but let's face it. And there's also, there again, there are qualifications in order to get these benefits. So it's not just like, oh, great, I'm a surviving spouse, I get benefits.
Yeah, I get it all.
Not necessarily.
No, that doesn't happen. But they are important to understand.
Oh, most definitely, because for those people that do qualify, and another thing of it is you may not qualify for one, but you might for another. Yeah. So this is why you just keep peeling back the layers.
I do believe the burial benefit is for everyone.
I'd have to look into that.
I do believe that is.
So
we can take a deeper dive.
Well, we're going to have to do a lot of deeper dives on some of this stuff because boy, oh boy, is there a ton of information.
Okay, well, let's do that then.
Yep.
Okie dokie, here's the deeper dive.
There are so many things running through my mind at the moment.
Let's talk about
how this could be approached.
Let's talk about Dick. We already talked about that. It's DIC. Hey, I played off of where you came from, so this is
I kept things in my head.
Tax-free monthly benefit paid to eligible survivors.
Right. It's to like your surviving spouse, dependent children, and sometimes the parents. If the parents
in some cases,
survive the child.
like you were saying, there's eligibility requirements.
All of these things,
and it applies when the veteran passes away from a service-connected condition.
Right. So it can't be like you had a car accident.
No.
That's not service related, unless, of course, there was some kind of a situation that was going on with you physically that caused you to have the accident.
I was going to say, I guess it would just depend on how the whole thing played out.
I don't know how they would prove that, but,
Well, I guess it would depend on the police report. I don't know. I don't know, but that's interesting. Or,
well, and this is the biggie.
The veteran was rated as totally disabled.
Yep, 100% rating.
Yep, for a certain period of time before passing.
Right.
And I am going to say I was curious on that one.
How long did that have to be before my husband can...
Actually, they have to be rated 100% from what I was reading for 10 years.
10 years.
And you have to be married. You have to be married during that entire period of time.
Oh, so it's not like a case that, first wife...
No. First wife can't go back and collect anything.
Well, no, but what I'm saying is that, there was a previous, or maybe the person wasn't ever married and they had the 100% rating. 2 years later, they married. 8 years later, they died. The spouse does not get the benefit.
Correct. They have to be married
the
for
entire 10 years.
They have to be married for 10 years and they have to be 100% rated. So
you can invest into your...
If your
pensions
vet is,
quicker than that.
Let's say your vet is 80%.
Yeah.
And goes back and there's other instances that get him to the 100%.
Right.
So now this vet is collecting at 100% and he only survives that for 7-8 years. Even though you're married the entire time.
You don't get it.
Even though, he's had the issues, it needs
because
to be.
He didn't make it 10.
Yeah. And not saying that couldn't change at some point down the road,
but as it is now,
but as it is now, from what I had gathered, that's what it is. So DIC is an ongoing monthly financial support for families when a veteran's death is connected to their service.
Right. Or what is it? Long-term disability.
Yeah. Or was long-term disability. Yes.
Okay, so one step further into this, the burial benefits.
Yeah.
This is a financial assistance. You're not going to have the full blown out parade down the street kind of thing paid for in full.
No,
it's a financial assistance. This is going to help cover some of your funeral costs, like your burial, cremation, transportation in some cases is also allotted.
I'm going to be honest here. I did not look to see how much They give.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to need much. I'm going to just build an Indian pyre in the backyard, up in flames.
I have a lake. We can push
the Norwegian,
it off the Viking funeral.
Ooh, we can get a little wooden canoe or pallet or something.
Fun.
Could you imagine? It'd be taking the both of us off. Do you have a permit for that?
I know. At one point in time, it was like.
Could you imagine asking for that permit?
I'd like a permit to
put my husband on fire in the middle of the lake.
To burn something in the middle of the lake. What are you burning? It's not garbage. It's,
All right. So this could also include things like if you want to be buried in the National Cemetery.
Yeah. Or headstone or a marker.
And I know that benefits out there. I had looked into it when my brother-in-law had passed.
My father-in-law got the headstone. Yeah, I believe. Yeah, a U.S. flag. Mm-hmm. And I do believe that, like, you can contact your local. I guess your VSO could help you connect with somebody, or you could go to, like, American Veterans, American Legion, whatever, and you can actually, the military honors, they will help you set up.
Yeah. My father-in-law had that.
So did mine.
He had the full deal.
Yeah.
So the VA, again, they can help cover certain funeral and burial costs, and also it ensures veterans that can be laid to rest with military honors.
Yeah. And actually, it really is a beautiful ceremony.
Oh, it is.
It was interesting.
Of course, the rifle fire kind of like makes you.
Well, we had a bunch of geese that were in. Yes, it was
the hunters out there were.
There was a bunch of geese that was wandering around in the cemetery, and they would fire, and the geese would fly, and everybody ducked because you didn't.
It's almost like an episode of I Love Lucy. Bang. I mean, really, 7 times.
But you know what? It was a funeral to remember.
7 times.
Okay. The survivor pension was the other thing that we were going to just a little bit more on, and that is a needs-based benefit.
Yeah, it's a monthly payment for a low-income surviving spouses or their dependents.
Yeah, and they base it on a few different things, like your financial need.
There are definitely income limits on
yes,
this.
There's income limits and your net worth.
Right.
What those numbers are, how they figure them out, I couldn't tell you.
No.
But that's
I can't imagine that it's going to be very high allotments for those.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't look into that.
But if you're living in a tiny home, you don't have any retirement whatsoever, and you don't have a job, this might apply.
But who is it for? It's for surviving spouses,
needs-based,
unmarried dependents.
Yep. Yeah. Definitely, it's definitely a needs-based kind of a thing. So it's not like you just, they passed and I'm going to get benefits.
I'm going to collect, yay for me. No, that doesn't work.
Yeah, it's basically to give financial support when you are from a low-income family, or especially if it's a wartime vet.
Yeah, most definitely. Okie dokie. So, important clarification here. Each of the benefits has specific eligibility.
Yeah, and we've said that. Yeah. And also, they're not automatic. You're not going to walk in there and come home one day and have a piece of mail with a check in it. You're not, or directions, or a phone call saying, "Oh, we're so sorry, but did you know?"
Are you aware?
I would say, reach out to a VSO office, talk to somebody there, because
they're in the know.
They know this stuff.
Well, and they can probably lead you in a direction for other stuff that you're not aware of if you're just looking for one thing.
Exactly. Alrighty, so how are you going to access the benefits?
Well, first of all, I think what you're going to do is verify your eligibility.
Once again, we say that.
Is this something that's for me?
And then you need to make sure that your dependents are listed with the VA. Yeah. They're going to need their information.
Yeah, and that's something else that we told you. And don't wait until you need any of these benefits. If he is already collecting something, you want to make sure that yourself and your children are listed on that claim so that you're getting that monthly income now.
Right. Right.
I mean, why would you not?
Why would you not want to?
Why would you not?
It's your benefit.
Yeah.
And these things, you're going to apply for them through either va.gov online, or you're going to go to a VSO, go in and they'll sit down with you and get you all lined up with what you need to do.
Yeah, but one of the things that you will need to do is you will need to gather your documentation, so like marriage certificates, birth certificates,
DD-214.
Yes, DD-214.
That
any of
all
those
important document.
pertinent papers.
Yep. So working with a VSO, it can really make this process so much smoother.
I agree.
Less complicated because you're digging
it's what they
a pit
do.
And they're just going to say, okay, this is what you need. Get all that other minutia out of the way.
Yeah, most definitely, because they know what it is that they're looking for. They know what the VA wants, and they can make it happen.
Right.
Okay, we're going to finish this up here. Let's start talking about some common mistakes that many families make.
Yeah, sadly, but it's simply out of lack of knowledge. So this is why we're going to try to help you be knowledgeable.
Yep.
Not adding dependents to the claim is one of the big ones.
And we've been stressing that make sure
Get
that
them
on there. Assuming benefits are automatic. We've talked about that too. They just don't happen.
No, they don't. And I think that is because we're mindset trained, like with Social Security. You start getting documents from Social Security before you're even close to the age.
Oh, look, they're 62. Let's start sending stuff.
Yeah.
I mean,
before that.
What they do. Yeah.
The other thing too is not applying for your educational benefits.
Yeah, or not knowing Champ VA exists.
So let's face it, these are benefits that usually aren't going to be automatic. So you are going to have to do the legwork on it. You have to make the phone calls. You have to fill out the papers. You have to do a little bit of looking.
Or at least connect with a VSO to get them to help you.
Right.
Yeah. Why does any of this matter?
Simple answer. It's money. You earned it with your service.
Yes.
These are designed to support the entire family, not just the veteran.
Yes, most definitely. And understanding what's available can actually make a real difference in financial stability and long-term planning.
Of course it can. So are you aware that you have these benefits? Give us a comment below.
Yeah. And while you're at it, like, subscribe, and share.
Please do so.
And just know that your military service doesn't just impact one person.
No, it's going to impact the whole entire complete family.
It does.
And that's why these benefits exist, so they can support that picture.
Yeah, most definitely. So there you have it. Coffee is on.
Chaos managed. That's Couch Talk.